Go.
Hey class, welcome back. I know at the end of last week we were starting to get into a little bit of our plumbing unit. So I just wanted to start class off today by telling you a little bit about myself. So I don't know about you guys, but one of my favorite things to do during the summer with my family is go camping, and obviously you have to make s'mores. So today we're going to go ahead and make some s'mores. So the first step of shop class is we're going to go ahead and put our safety glasses on to make sure we are protected at all times. Alright, and then the second thing we're going to do is make sure we have a nice clean work area. So we're going to get this sawdust out of the way. And then we're going to go ahead and make sure we have all of our ingredients close by and ready to roll. So it looks like they're all here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take some Nutella. We're going to go ahead and take our knife, which is going to be our tool, to spread it onto our graham crackers and spread it around just like that. That looks like enough. And then the second thing we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to put our marshmallow onto our skewer. We're going to expand it so we can stand a safe distance away from our flame. And we're going to go ahead and toast it. We're not going to want to get it caught on fire because that's not fun. We're going to make sure we hold it a safe distance away from our flame. And that looks about toasted to me. And so we're going to go ahead and put it down onto our graham cracker with the Nutella. Pull that guy off. And go ahead and stack our other graham cracker right on there. And there we got a tasty snack. So you probably are wondering what this has to do with today's lesson. Well, as it turns out, copper soldering is not that much different than making s'mores. So again, the first step we're going to do is make sure we have a nice clean work area and make sure we have all of our supplies. So first we have our copper piping, we have our butane torch, we have our reamer, a striking tool, some sandpaper, our flux, our fitting, and our lead. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, much like we made sure our graham crackers and s'mores ingredients were clean, is we're going to clean our copper piping. So we're going to go ahead and use the reamer, clean the inside of our piping, and make sure there's no burrs because we don't want any burrs on our copper piping. And then we're going to use our sandpaper, and that sandpaper is going to be used to go ahead and make sure that the copper piping is smooth. I don't want to get on the inside as well, and it's going to bring up a nice shine with that sandpaper. And then we're going to do the same thing with our fitting. Alright, so we're just cleaning around the inside. And only the inside on this one because that's the only part that the water is going to be touching as it flows through our copper piping. Now that that is all done, we're going to go ahead and secure our copper piping to our workbench. Just like so. And tighten that guy down. Perfect. And now we're going to go ahead and take our soldering. And our soldering is going to be just like our Nutella. It's going to help our piping fitting fit onto our copper pipe, just like the Nutella did with our graham crackers and our marshmallow. I'm going to put a good amount on there. And then we're going to go ahead and get the inside of the fitting, and we want to cover it. And remember that anywhere that the flux seal goes is where your lead is going to go. Perfect, just enough. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and take our fitting and we're going to slide it onto our piping. Once it's on there, we're going to go ahead and give that a quarter turn to make sure it's on there nice and snug. Perfect, just like that. Alright, with our propane, we're going to go ahead and open the valve so we can hear a nice hiss. Not too loud, nothing crazy. We're going to use a striking tool to strike our propane. Alright, and we just want a nice 2-inch feather. You'll be able to see if we were in a darker room better. Put a nice 2-inch feather on that propane canister. Alright, and then we're going to take our propane canister in one hand and our lead in the other to make sure we have a good amount off of that wire spool. We're going to take our propane and we're going to start heating. And it went on us. We're going to try striking it one more time. And there we go. We got our flame back. We're going to be heating this up just like our campfire. Heated up our marshmallow. We're heating up that flux so that way our lead, which is going to be our marshmallow in this situation, can melt onto our piping. And you don't want to get too hot. You don't want to burn your flux seal. Just hot enough so that it'll melt. So that it'll melt the lead. And we're rotating again, just like we did with our marshmallow. Because again, we don't want this to burn. And there we go. It's hot enough, it looks like. And you'll see that lead dripping down. Perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and turn our propane canister off. Go ahead and turn it off. Wait for the flame to go away. Remember that tip is still hot, and we're gonna leave this in our vise until it's ready to cool down, because remember, it's gonna be just like a curling iron or a flat iron. It's still very hot. Alright, so in a moment, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to dismiss you to go to your workstations with your groups. We're going to go ahead and go over our safety quiz, and then as soon as you submit, turn your safety quiz into me at my front table. You're going to be dismissed to work at your own pace, and we're going to try out this skill yourself. Can I answer any questions? Alright, go ahead and go to your stations.